All right, everybody, I am back with a brand new DC update. Yes, 2 videos in one day, and it has to do with some brand new information that was released today that is basically the talk of social media right now. The person that the DCU has chosen as Hal Jordan, and it's not pretty. I have to laugh at this point. We're going to talk about why I think this person is a bad choice. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to give you an update on my last video. I was talking about a content creator stealing my stuff. I'm actually going to show you a side-by-side comparison of what happened. And we'll take a look at that here. And I'm going to definitely give some information for people in the future so they don't get their channels in trouble if they decide to have a channel, and some things they need to be aware of in regards to this stuff. But let's take a look at the photos that I've grabbed to show you for this update. This is going to be pretty funny. So here is the crux of today's video. Nexus exclusive. Josh Brolin has been offered the role of Green Lantern Hal Jordan in DC Studios' Lanterns. It's uncertain whether he'll accept or not. Okay, so first of all, if you look at the image that they released for Lanterns for the DCU, yeah, he kind of fits that look, right? But Josh Brolin, I don't even know what his age is. He, in Goonies, I'm the exact same age as his brother was in Goonies, so he's probably about, I don't know, not even 10 years older than I am. So he's in his 50s. I don't think he's in his 60s yet, but he's in his late 50s, at least. Okay, and he looks it. All right, especially with the gray beard and the gray mustache. I think he would look younger if he dyed his hair and got rid of the facial hair. But it may be that they're going for this kind of a look for Green Lantern, which I think is a huge mistake, because if you remember, one of the reasons that James Gunn specifically cited that Henry Cavill was not back as Superman is because Henry Cavill was too old, and that they were going with a younger version of Superman, which is a little bit crazy when you consider that in this new Superman film, he's been established as Superman for a while. And I don't see any reason why they couldn't have stuck with Henry Cavill, especially since they're bringing back Viola Davis to play Waller, and you have John Cena coming back to play, Peacemaker, and you have Zolo, or whatever his name is, coming back as Blue Beetle, and Zachary Levi is still up in the air, but at one point James Gunn did make it sound like he was going to be coming back as Shazam. But man alive, talk about an age difference between him and David Corenswet. And the Justice League is not made up of young and old people. Anytime you see the Justice League portrayed in comics, they're all within 10 years of each other, not 20 or 30 years apart. Now, I don't know what they're going for. Maybe they want to kill Hal Jordan off. They've had an issue with bringing Hal Jordan in and taking him away in comic books for years. And I don't know if they're going to end up doing that here as well, where he's going to get one project and then shoved to the side. I could totally see that happening. I think the same thing may end up happening with Superman, to be honest with you. There are rumors that David Corenswet only has one contract, or not one contract. He has a contract for one film. So we don't know even what's going to happen to him in the Superman movie. There are so many things up in the air, but this doesn't make any sense at all. Now, because of that whole age thing, people have been making fun of this. Now, I don't think that this should be allowed, because they are quoting Deadline as some people are going to take this as real, okay? And you shouldn't be able to cite a source if that source is not real. I really do believe there should be laws for both the media and people reporting that if they specifically go in and claim something came from something that they know it didn't, that there should be laws against that. I really do. And this is so ridiculous. This one actually made me laugh. But it says Al Pacino has been cast as Damian Wayne in Batman, the Brave and the Bold. I actually laughed when I saw this. But this person says it's via Deadline. And I'm sure that this has got to be some sort of a parody account, because some people are going to take this as real, but I literally laughed when I saw this, because this is how unpredictable the casting is. Now, going back to Brolin as Hal Jordan, we don't even know if he's going to take the job, and I would pray that he doesn't. I really hope he does not take that job. There really needs to be somebody more in line with the age, and we don't even know what age they're going to cast Batman, because if you cast... James Gunn made it very clear in his announcement video that Damian Wayne is going to be in Batman, the Brave and the Bold. It's going to be about him and Batman, and that is his paternal son. Not directly, I mean, it's his son, but him and Talia al Ghul, there were, if you know the comics, you understand what's going on with the whole dynamic. But it's going to be weird, okay, if you have a Superman who's younger and a Batman who's much older. Now, someone came in and said, well, Henry Cavill, there's a huge difference between Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck. Well, it's not that big of a difference. When you see them together, you could see those two actually being, Batman and Superman. Whereas you look at somebody like Josh Brolin versus David Corenswet, that's completely different. That's completely different. That's off the beaten path. This was a great point by Unlucky Player. And they sent this to me and said age is nothing apparently in the DCU, which is what it appears. Because Superman Clark Kent is traditionally portrayed as being in his early to mid-30s. He was born in 1986 in most continuities, making him around 37 years old in 2023. Green Lantern Hal Jordan is generally portrayed as being in his early to mid-30s, around 30 to 35 years old, about the same age as Clark Kent. Now, they could do whatever they want. This is some weird continuity, and to me, this seems more like an Elseworlds project than it does something in the main DCU continuity. But I have fears that they're going to shove Hal Jordan to the side. Like I said, for years the comics have done this where they bring him in, they take him away, they bring him back, they take him away. And I just started picking up, last year Green Lantern because they brought Hal Jordan back. He is my favorite Green Lantern. I would like to see him split the time, with some of the other Green Lanterns. I think Jon Stewart and him should be side by side, about the same age, and they should be protecting Earth together. Okay? One doesn't have to reign over the other. You can have great representation with both of them, but Hal Jordan has generally been the face of Green Lantern. And yet we're starting in Superman, not with Hal Jordan. It's weird. It's just weird. It doesn't fit any type of continuity, and it is very clear that James Gunn and the DCU is doing something extremely odd. Like, this is not the norm. That is for sure. All right, so now I want to show this side-by-side comparison, and I actually posted this on the account that this person had taken my video. Or not my video, but my thumbnail. You could see it's an exact copy, except he changed the words. But he basically took everything I did and recreated it exactly as it is. And even though DC Studios has changed their logo, I'm going to still continue to use this one because it fits better on the background that I do. Now, some people think my thumbnails look very cheap. There is a reason why my thumbnails look the way they do, okay? Number one, it's not like any of the other thumbnails out there. It's very easy to get lost in the mix if your thumbnail looks like everybody else's. I've had this style since I started. It's very easy for me to put these together, and that's why I use them. And they are 100% recognizable with my brand and my channel. And so I posted with him. Now, this individual has since changed their thumbnail and the title. I didn't look at their description yet, but it's still not going to save them from a copyright strike because YouTube has this original thing, and this is still being shown when anybody responds on this video. You can see mine is on the bottom. That is very clearly my thumbnail. And then on the top, all they did, I went from the worst ever, they changed it to the best ever. Now this, somebody very close to this individual did chime in on my YouTube videos and said that he is the brother-in-law of this individual and that they meant no ill will towards me by doing this. They thought it was too funny not to put up and that he was just trying to do a parody. Here is the problem with this. When you are a content creator on YouTube, when you create these thumbnails, and I created this thumbnail, that's not my logo, that's not my Superman symbol, and that's not the picture that I took, but it doesn't matter. When you put these things together and you put them in a thumbnail, when you've spent the time to gather these materials and you put them in your thumbnail, they are now yours. It's copyrighted materials per terms of service on YouTube. You cannot simply take it, recreate it, and claim it's yours. This person's video has way more views than any of their other videos, simply because a lot of people clicked on the video thinking it was mine. Always make sure that it comes from my review, Aaron Fisher, when you're clicking those things. And it's a shame that you're going to have to do a double take now because somebody did this. This person, I don't know this person. I'm not judging this person other than the fact that I said this was theft. And it was. They also copied the exact same title, which they've changed and added one word now, and their description was identical to mine. So anybody not paying attention was going to think that that was my video, and then they changed the background. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on this. I'm waiting to see what YouTube is going to do, but more than likely they're going to get a copyright strike. And they can't do stuff like this. This is specifically why I do not go after other channels. It brings in this whole legal problem that you could get yourself into. It's just not good. And if you are going to use images, it has to relate to the video that you're doing. Like you're not supposed to put on pictures of celebrities if they're not specifically talked about in that specific video. And you definitely can't use content creator images if you're not going to talk about those content creators in your actual video. That doesn't mean he could go in his videos and mention me during his video and that makes it okay. You cannot, under any circumstance, take somebody else's image and use it as your own. You cannot do that once it has been uploaded to YouTube. It is considered theft. It is copyrighted per their terms of service. All right, guys, so there's the update, the second update for the day. What do you think about the news about Josh Brolin possibly becoming Hal Jordan? I kind of hope he turns it down. And I love the guy as an actor. Like, seriously, a lot. I really like him as an actor, but I don't want him in the role of Hal Jordan. I just don't. It's never the way I envisioned Hal Jordan, and they're trying to create this universe where it can last 10 years and beyond. That's not going to work if you cast somebody like Josh Brolin to do that. It's just not going to work. I just don't understand it. And what do you guys think about this issue of content creators, doing this to my channel? I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. This is stuff I don't want to have to deal with on my channel. That's why I stay in my lane. And that's why I don't share videos from the studios, clips, because in the future, those things could come down as copyrighted and you could get your channel stricken and shut down. And that's why I don't share videos from the studios. All right, guys, so there's the update for the day. I do appreciate the support. I am looking for 20,000 subs. I can do it with your help. If you like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that when videos do go out, you will be notified. As long as I hit that notification button, you will be notified. And I can do up to 3 videos a day, which I can tell you I've got a lot of content coming out. I've got a lot of actual reviews of some toys as well as some other things coming up. That are going to give you links to, Amazon for affiliate links and other things coming up that can help out my channel and doesn't cost you anything extra. So I've got a lot of things coming down the pike, and there may be a time where I'm going to have a lot more videos to upload in one day. And if you are not subscribed and you haven't hit that notification bell, there's a good chance you're going to miss something. I do appreciate the support. We will see you on the next update tomorrow.